Pisces, how are you? So happy to be closing out yet another month with the lovely Pisces. This is a reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, not date or time specific. And because it's a general reading for the collective, it might not resonate for everyone. So just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. Not much going on. We do have a new moon in Scorpio coming up on November 4th, 5th, depending on where you live in the world. And the interesting thing about that new moon is the sun and the moon, when there's a new moon, they're kind of next to each other. So they'll both be in the sign of Scorpio, opposing Uranus. And Uranus is the great awakener, where you can kind of expect the unexpected, and sometimes the surprises are big. In this case, because it's a difficult geometry, there is a likelihood, because we're in Scorpio territory and the feelings run deep, that we may be surprised by something that sort of resurfaces that we thought was long buried. So just keep that in mind, Pisces, especially because you're a water sign. It will impact you a little bit more than the rest of us. And we are also heading into eclipse season in November, so buckle up. Okay, before I start with tarot, I did want to go through your oracle. I pulled from the Oracle of the Seven Energies, and two cards came out, and I really felt like they went together well, so I kept both of them. We have card 28. So 2 and 8 is 10. We think of completion with the number 10 and an opportunity to sort of reset and begin again. You get the broken open card. This card is from the 4th chakra, your heart center. And this card is telling you that there are gifts to be found in the experience of being broken open, right? Of loss, of grief, of a broken heart. So it's almost telling you that the details don't matter. The what happened of it doesn't matter. It's the results, like what comes out of it is what matters. Who you become as a result of it is what matters. And it also says that in that sense of loss or grief or brokenheartedness, we have a greater capacity for love because of our vulnerability. We also have a greater capacity for empathy and compassion. So try to find the gifts from the broken open card. I thought it was beautiful and powerful. And then followed by the card that fell out was card number 2, Roots of Abundance. This is your first chakra, your sense of safety and security in the world. And this is, asking you to pay attention to the story of your life. Like, what is that story you tell yourself? Especially if you feel unsafe or not secure or stable. And we're looking at this, I felt like it was connected due to a loss or a disappointment or something that did not come through for you and left you a little vulnerable. It's basically reminding you that you are safe and secure if you feel you're safe and secure. If you feel you're safe and secure, so shall you be. Okay? If you believe you are worthy of abundance, so you shall be. So that it's kind of telling you to move from just surviving, Pisces, to thriving. And that is all through the stories we tell ourselves. And to remember here, especially, that life happens for you, not to you. So I love how those two cards went together so well. Then I pulled from the Goddess Power Oracle, and you got Sophia, Goddess Sophia. You got her in reverse, which is an alignment message. Card 47, so that numerologically is an 11. It's talking about your path and being aligned on your path. And Sophia represents a goddess of divine wisdom. So even though she came out in reverse, I'll let you look at how beautiful and gorgeous she is. It's a reminder that your connection to your higher power is where the abundance comes from, right? So now I have this connection. There's like a through line here about not just your sense of safety and security and stability in the world, but your sense of being worthy of and able to manifest abundance. And so this card is telling you, you just have to connect to your higher power. because that's where the abundance comes from. It does not come from wishful thinking. It does not come from ego attachments. It comes from that connection to your higher power, straight through to the divine. So come back into alignment is what Sophia asks you to do, to receive true divine guidance, to the wisdom of the mystery of the universe. So, there's magic and mystery in it, and she's inviting you back in. So I love that you got that message following the 2 that came out of Oracle of the 7 Energies, which is a deck I'm really beginning to love. Ready for some tarot? If you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you will consider joining us here by subscribing. And for those who are returning, much appreciate your kind energy always. I love reading for you, Pisces, because you all just let it all hang out. You share your energy with me very easily, and I greatly appreciate it. Couldn't do any of this without you. I'm using the Good Tarot. I've had this deck forever, and I never use it on the channel because it's so big and cumbersome. And when I was first starting out, people would complain in the comments that, I mustn't be a very good reader if I can't properly shuffle a deck. Well, look at the size of my hands. The deck is as big as my face. So I know that there are more of you now that are forgiving with my little teeny tiny hand and shuffling issues. Let's see what's coming through. Okay. So the present energy, 5 of Fire. That is a 5 of Wands. Some measure of conflict coming through. Possibly from outside sources. So let's take a look at what crosses you here is the 9 of Fire. Wow, great passionate energy coming through for you, Pisces. The 9 of Fire is that perseverance energy, feeling like you've been almost pushed to the breaking point, but you haven't given up. So I feel as if I'm seeing here like solar plexus energy in that 9 of Fire to meet that conflict head on. Underneath is the Moon, one of your cards, Pisces. So what you're sort of dealing with in your subconscious is, the Moon comes through as fear, but it also comes through as a veil, right? There's something that you can't see. There's something unknown going on behind the scenes that may be hidden from you that leads you to have feelings of insecurity or apprehension. And when I'm not talking about emotional insecurity, but just like that sense of, I'm not sure what's around the next corner kind of insecurity. That's what I mean. More or less like apprehensive about what's going on that you're unaware of. And in the past, what lessons have you already learned? Page of Air, that's a Page of Swords. So there's some kind of clarity or information you were seeking in the past. Don't know if you received it. We'll see. And the Ace of Air, you're receiving it now. You're getting the Ace of Swords now. I love that this is what's crowning you, Pisces, because the crowning card is the energy that you draw the most strength from in terms of achieving your desired outcome. And you're going to come in. You looked for the clarity in the past, and now, if you it almost looks like she finally takes flight. And so that's so beautiful. I love this deck. It's so gorgeous. So some serious gift of truth or insights coming for you. Going forward, King of Water, there is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be a divine masculine showing up here. Somebody that you're very attached to emotionally. A soul connection. The message to you from Spirit, Ace of Fire. You've got 2 aces out now. This is reigniting the torch of passion, some divine gift of inspired passion even. The energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of. The 8 of Earth, that's an 8 of Pentacles. Somebody's very focused and working very intently on bringing something to fruition. In your hopes and or fears, Fortune's Wheel, that's the general Wheel of Fortune where destiny and serendipity all come into play. It is a card of Jupiter, Sagittarian energy. I just noticed the heart at the top. I had never seen that before, but just the way I'm catching it in the reflection. So beautiful. So I feel like in your hope, you're hoping that the wheel is moving in your favor and possibly bringing in your fate, your destiny. Yes, of course. Potential outcome, 2 of Cups. So there it is. And I feel like you're going to get some clarity around that with this Ace of Swords and the 2 of Cups. Just a real nice feeling that you might get some information you've long been waiting for with regard to this soulmate, this twin, the keeper of your heart. Empress is on the bottom. Divine feminine energy. So we have here Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Sagittarian energy so far. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm like in a bazillion degrees of stifling heat. There's the moon again, and the 8 of Cups. I feel you're making a decision here, a choice, as to whether or not, if you don't really know what's going on, that could be the conflict. Or you have no information about some conflict that's brewing elsewhere, perhaps with your divine counterpart, which has come through a lot of your readings. So I'm getting a little bit of a hit toward that. And because you're not sure of what you're really dealing with or if that conflict even exists, I feel like on some level you're considering adjusting your path. The 2 of Wands asks you, what do you really want, right? And it gives you the world in the palm of your hand, a world of possibilities. And I sort of feel like there's an unknown here and you're not sure whether or not you should continue moving forward. I almost feel like the 8 of Cups, because it's underneath, is what's rolling around in your psyche when the 9 of Fire is here. When the 9 of Wands is telling you, don't give up. Don't give up till you know what you need to know. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. But a little part of you is kind of like, yeah, this is just a little more drama than I'm interested in dealing with. So let's look at the moon. Right, okay, so this is about your soulmate. There's the 2 of Cups. So this is about that energy of I don't know what's going on with them, especially if it's a continuation of the storyline that has come through with a divine masculine who is dealing with a lot of conflict. I get the impression here, Pisces, that you are not sure if this person returns your love. Right, 2 of Cups, 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups. There's the Ace being handed. See how, let me get this. See how the Ace is being handed right there. And this figure is kind of just looking down at the 3 Cups there. Isn't even paying attention to the Ace. And so there's some emotional, distance or detachment that I'm feeling between you. And as if you're almost wondering, because we have the moon here, do they feel the same way? Are they feeling the same way that I feel? Are they receiving the gift of the Ace the way that I am? Coming through as a question. And it's interesting because the double hit of the moon, sometimes the moon, it's trust issues. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I don't feel that you're having a trust issue. I feel you're direct. I feel you're legit in the dark about something. And it's causing some, should I stay on this path? Should I abandon this path? Like, what should I do? Do they feel the way I do? So it does feel to me like there's some stuff going on behind the scenes that you're just unaware of. Jeez Louise. So there's the King of Cups again. So I think what you were trying to figure out, the Page of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So the Page of Swords, looking for information about this person, possibly who may be committed elsewhere. If that's not your story, I'm not suggesting that that's what's going on. But, you know, if you know that this person is involved elsewhere, you already know it. That's not the part that's hidden from you. It's almost as if what you're trying to find out is, are they still in that connection? Because here's the King of Cups underneath. What is this King of Cups manifesting? Have they gotten what they needed to get out of that situation? Are they doing better? Are they on more solid ground now? So I do feel like that's what the Page of Swords, the information you were looking for. And again, that feels completely altruistic, as if you were looking into what was going on with them to be sure that they're on solid ground. Oh, the big truth coming in. Oh my gosh, yes. I feel like you're getting a yes. I feel like you're getting there's smooth sailing ahead. There's definitely, I'm feeling a release of the conflict. Somebody who's finally been vindicated here. That Knight of Swords almost feels like as if the energy that's coming through with the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and underneath is the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. So I almost feel as if the information that's coming in, the clarity that's coming in, is that this person has kind of been freed. They're freeing themselves, and therefore you're going to feel remarkably more calm and peaceful. The Six of Swords is moving on from the drama, from the tumult, from the Five of Wands energy, the conflict, the chaos, to smoother, calmer waters. And I'm not feeling you're the Knight of Swords. I feel that's the other person. I feel like they're coming in to clear that up, as is Spirit offering you this clarity. And underneath is this Ace of Pentacles, a whole new beginning, a new chapter. Definitely abundant. Definitely stable. So let's look at the King of Cups in the near future. Yeah, I know. It's great. It's good news, Pisces. It's good news. Yes, new chapter, endings and new beginnings. So that feels good. And yeah, and I don't need to take it because the 9 is already there. I feel like it's something that you've really kind of pushed through, this very difficult, challenging energy of being sort of in the dark about some things. I think you've sent your divine counterpart a lot of your strength. That 9 of Wands, a lot of determination, and I feel like it's going to pay off, because there's an ending and a new beginning here, and I feel like the ending of the conflict is already what's crowning you. So you have 2 new beginning cards, and I immediately felt like a whole new chapter together, both of you. So let's look at the Ace of Wands. Okay. So I feel like a message might come in. It might come in very timidly. It might come in as a page, but it's really packed with it's packing a punch, because you've got the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands, clarified by the page. So it's going to kind of come in a little more tentatively, and there's beauty around this. There's hopefulness around it. This is the moment you've been waiting for, a dream coming true, albeit moving in slowly. So I like that the Knight of Pentacles comes in underneath to suggest that there's going to be this big buildup of intensity and action, and like just feeling so impassioned, and yet you're sort of being cautioned here. Let it unfold. Let it unfold gradually. Take it step by step. This is what you've waited for. This is the dream come true. And I do feel like this energy is coming towards you very clear of intention. clear with their intentions. So you move slow, they move slow, even though there's a big crescendo here of passion rising up. I'm smiling because it feels so good, like to look at that and think where this has all started and how it's all progressed, and the fits and starts and the 2 steps forward and 3 steps back of it all. Feels really good. I feel something new and exciting is coming in. Okay. Well, it is, your destiny is unfolding. I will tell you that. I've got the Wheel of Fortune again. The energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of here, Pisces, is I feel like this person is really working hard to make their way back. Kind of getting a little bit more solid in terms of their determination to make change, to grow from the experience. So the 8 of Pentacles is coming through as something they're working hard on. They're literally working hard on it. And there's that 7 of Wands is almost a little bit of self-protective, but it's life force energy. It isn't coming through as resistance. It's coming through a little more towards self-protection as they're trying to make their way back. Could be dealing with a Sagittarian. I mean, I've got the King of Cups twice, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, yes. And the double water sign has been a thing for you all along. But here's a double hit of Sagittarian energy, and we have it a 3rd time. So this person is maybe possibly resisting the urge. That could be it. Maybe they're working out the final details, 8 of Pentacles, and maybe they're resisting that urge, that impulse to return. Because I'm feeling all the passionate build up here, and yet Spirit says, wait a minute, slow your roll. And I feel like even though this person really wants to come back, they're kind of resisting the temptation to act on impulse. And that's why the wheel is here. That makes total sense. Because now what it's saying is this person's energy in their psyche is it will all happen in divine time. Okay, so had a moment. Let's look at the wheel. Page of Swords again. And the 8 of Swords and the Ace again. Look at all the swords energy you're getting, Pisces. My goodness. What can I say about this? I feel like you really need this Ace to come in. It is coming. It is heading in your direction. I feel it's like that's part of your hope and part of your fear. You're hoping that you learn something that will liberate you, that will help you move forward. And it's coming in, but it's almost as if you don't see it. Or it hasn't arrived on some level, but your hope is that it will. So I feel like I'm seeing a little bit of hope and or fear. You're in need of this information still, Page of Swords, and you're kind of stuck in a holding pattern. But that Ace of Swords would be what would liberate you. And I see it right here. So if it isn't already there for you, Pisces, it's coming. 2 of Cups. Honestly, guys, the sirens just get me. It's so difficult for me to read when I'm feeling like there's some energy, someone's suffering, Just wanted to say that if I seem a little distracted. It's just been going on and on and on. Whew. Thanks for your patience. 2 of Cups. And now we have 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles underneath. I have been saying this forever, Pisces. This is somebody who this is coming through as someone who is committed elsewhere, maybe has a family. A lot of times in your readings, the Devil comes through, the Queen of Wands comes through. It's like the karmic partner in this masculine's life, and I feel like they're always just trying to get the heck out of Dodge. I always feel like this person has got one foot out the door and is just trying to escape with the shirt on their back. And that's what I see here. I do not feel this to be deceptive energy. It's not coming through. There's an ending here of a very painful cycle. And it's almost as if this divine masculine here underneath, right? They're committed elsewhere, but they can't stay. It's a done deal. And I don't feel like there's any deception. I do feel like there's escapism. Like this person is trying to escape, you know. They're just trying to get out and end this very long, brutal, painful cycle. I mean, when I look at these two cards together, it certainly almost looks like he's leaving the scene of a crime, right? Like a grisly crime scene. But that isn't what's coming through. You know, you have to kind of follow the flow of the whole reading. And, you know, it could be that this person, whoever this King of Pentacles is, has really been betrayed. It could be that they've really been betrayed and they're not in denial about it anymore. And, you know, what's done is done. Wow, Pisces, seriously. Yeah, look what's on the bottom. They're ready for this happiness, this happily ever after energy with the divine feminine. I mean, it's right there. If this is speaking to you, Pisces, there is a link below and I will do a reading from the perspective of the divine masculine. How are they showing up? What's their present energy? How do they see this situation, or what do they think about it? How do they feel about you? What are their feelings towards you? What are their intentions towards you? I'll pull another card from Spirit to give you some advice on how to manage all that energy, as well as some additional oracle to close out that reading. The link is below. Let me tell you who showed up. We have Pisces. Pisces, you show up a lot in your own readings. I love that about you. King of Cups twice can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. As I've said, we have here Aquarius in the star, Sagittarius, 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 and potential Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the King of Pentacles. But I just think it represents the energy of your divine counterpart who is committed elsewhere, at least for the time being. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Lovely reading. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Otherwise, take care. Have a great weekend, or whenever you come upon this reading. I'm wishing you a good energy, positive energy, and I'll see you in a future reading. Take care, Pisces.